I don't know how to even start this video, but when I was going to go and see this Netflix new Thai drama, Master of the House, I thought I was going in for a good whodunit series. And God, I was questioning my sanity throughout the series. There were multiple times that I had to go back and like, did I miss something? How does this make sense? The entire cast and crew, I have questions for you people. Why?
Well, this is 7-part series on Netflix. Oh God. From the first episode, I was already pissed because there were a lot of questions, a lot of discrepancies that you just were questioning like, okay, does this make any sense to these people? Why is this happening? I think if last episode saved it. What do you think?
I hate that last episode. I hate
the end, but that plot twist, I said, okay, now a lot of things make sense at the beginning. For people who have not seen this Master of the House, this series begins with the death of the patriarch of this very rich family, and the title of the first episode is The Last Supper. So on this man's birthday, he is killed or he dies, and on this same day, he actually got married to his maid. Yeah, it's that messy.
And your maid finds him. So new wife, now a widow, and she is very convinced that her husband's death is not a coincidence or it's not an accident because they really had an accident. Meanwhile, his two sons entered this power struggle of who's going to take over the company and who is going to inherit everything. And Kai Mook is trying to just find out what exactly happened to her husband. And they have these maids also that they are mistreated. There's just a lot going on in the series and in the house that I don't know. This story is just silly. The dialogue's silly.
The dialogue is very silly. The story too was silly. Tread carefully because there will be major spoilers as we discuss what happened in Master of the House. So when Kaimok and the president got married, it was very dramatic and ridiculous. First of all, they're in this table with the family. The man is, to me, from the very first instant, I wrote the Master of the House off as very rude. And he's mistreating his sons. Yes, his sons may not be the most perfect human beings in the world, but at the same time, you kind of made them that way. And I like that that's where the series went to. And they're just trying to suck up to you and please you as their father. And you're just very standoffish or rude. They're just talking down on them every single time.
I don't think because we were spoiled brats. At the end of the series are actually okay.
From the first episode, I already said that Oga or Mr. Man, you are being too hard on your sons right now. They're just trying to suck up to you. The next thing you're saying that, oh, I want to marry Kaimok, my maid. The maid is in maid uniform. So you cannot really understand the...
Come and sign. So that marriage scene was so ridiculous.
When you watch that first episode, you cannot help but be on the side of the family members because it makes no sense.
Because I was on the side of the family because I don't really know this. I don't really know the full story between both of them.
My own was, why is she in a maid uniform? Is there a love story here? There was no love story. We did not see any romance.
Yeah, they didn't establish it in the beginning. Was it a secret thing or what was happening there? That was not my question while I was watching the series. But from the marriage, I'm like, why
you know, you was never saying that, oh, you don't have to stay in the maid quarters anymore. And I'm saying to myself, okay, if she's your wife and you had a romantic relationship with her, why is she in maid quarters?
I didn't take her like, I just saw that he was just trying to tell her that, oh, don't be afraid, now you're my wife, we can do anything. That's how I took his conversation with her after the marriage. The person that was annoying me in this series is actually Kaimo. She loved that uniform so much.
That's what I'm trying to say. That it made no sense to me. So that's why that last episode saved the entire series. The plot twist saved the entire series. Because it would have not made any sense that Kaimo decided to go back to being a maid, even though she's the widow of a billionaire. She's not saying, oh, I can go back to being your maid. It made no sense to me. Until the last episode where they actually did the plot twist that, oh, Kaimo is actually the master of this house because she had been playing this game of chess so that she can gain an end goal and get justice, not just for herself, but for the other 7 that have been mistreated in the house. So they were all just pawns in that game. So, and I like that they spun the story that way.
I don't have a problem with it, so, but I just like it was just stupid. And it just came out at the wrong, I don't know if I should say it came out at the wrong time or that everything that happened did not make a lot of sense. But I feel like regardless that if Kaimok was trying to do this for the other maid, there's another way you couldn't have gone. She did not need to wear the maid uniform. Yes, you sit there in the house. You should not need to like, oh, I will kneel down and beg you and all. She didn't need to do those things for you. You can take revenge on these boys.
The journey there was ridiculous because I was so pissed. Then the final episode when the man was like, you killed my father. And I said, hey, it makes sense. Because if this show ended that the senior son was one who actually caused his father to die or killed his father, then I would have been saying that this is very ridiculous. But the fact that there was this revenge plot, I was happy that, okay, it's a revenge plot. Oh, nice, better, okay.
I cannot believe I was saying that. I cannot be saying his name because
So the last episode saved it. Which that it was like a 2 hours long movie. We get to see how with this girl is going to revenge a man that was mistreating her. But at the end that they were showing us that this master of the house, which I thought was rude and silly, it's actually a bad person. I said, hey, it makes sense. He's a bad person.
it makes sense. Yes, I like the part that you're saying here, because I was like, how would somebody raise this kind of badly behaved boys, and his grandchildren are also really mean? I feel like they did too much with I think they tried to shock us so much, so they did too much with the abusive.
I think that it was too much. It was too heavy.
Yes, if you're going to watch the series, just tread carefully because a lot of violence here and abuse, sexual and physical abuse.
I think it was too heavy.
Even verbal abuse. It was too much. I feel like you're a little shocked or surprised or so. We're done doing it too much. We know that rich people can be nasty. They can get away with a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I feel like this series overdid it. They did it too much. And the irrelevant plot line of the granddaughter and the grandson, I felt like that it did not add anything to the story. Yeah. I don't see the sense in it.
Yeah, this series was hard to watch sometimes. I agree with you that the themes were too heavy most of the time. This is how bad people are, so that you understand that what we did at the end is justifiable. But to me, it was too much. The addition of the love between the cousins, I don't think it really added to the story too. Kaimuk was insufferable. You know, Kaimuk was annoying in my very, very humble opinion. I know it was supposed to be on her side, but at the same time, she was pretty annoying.
She was.
And she played the long game. She caused this master of the house to trust her so much, think that, oh, she's this pliable, innocent girl. And she dealt with him, and she played the game so smartly.
I don't know that fact that, oh, you drug somebody to hallucinate. How was she so sure?
And he was going to walk to the
balcony. How are you so sure that this will lead to his death or anything? Because you could have just gone crazy and just start screaming and just hide in the cupboard or something. That's hallucination also. So how are you so sure? This was just a bit convenient, or it did not make a lot of sense.
Okay with the end. Although I thought it was a stretch too that they're all now have this kumbaya, this happy.
With the maid uniform.
No, they changed their uniform.
Kaimuk did not change. Kaimuk was wearing the maid when she came to dance. And I'm like, this girl, you like this dress very well. That was what annoying me in this film. The maid uniform that Kaimuk loves so much. You don't see how on the coming to dance. I say, you see wearing the maid uniform. Everybody has changed their clothes. Everybody is making
even major maid, the leader, she already changed. She changed. She was happy. She was smiling more.
Drivers, everybody, other girl that is a fashion designer, everybody's doing. But Kaimuk is still wearing the maid uniform. How is that possible? Please, you tell me. I hate this series so much, but it made me question that. Like, am I alright? Am I forgetting something? And I went back so many times, so it was just paining me
a lot of times. So I didn't like it at all. The entire scuffle between the brothers. The other brother even had to die. The men had to die.
The son.
Araya. What about Araya, the second son's wife? She don't have any business being that mean.
The only good person in this series is the first son's wife.
She's not even that good, so she also had her own grey area, but she was at least empathetic.
I think it's because of the fact that she was in that family, and that's why when she had chance, she just jumped out and left the family. The boy did not need to die or that accident. Any child was part of Kaimuk's plan.
Not part of Kaimuk's master plan. So she was technically, she was the master of the house because she played all of them very well. She played the long game and she exerted revenge. At least that put my mind at ease small because I do not understand Kaimuk at all.
In fact, she's the worst character I have seen in any series, in anything I have seen on the screen this year. It's Kaimuk.
I wanted to pluck out my eyes in the first 6 episodes.
So much, even though she was trying to do something, I hate it. I do not like. I don't hate it strong, but I do. I don't like it.
Well, I give it a 2 out of 5. I wanted to pluck out my eyes in the first 6 episodes. Then the last episode, I said, okay, now I understand the memority. Even though at the same time, I still think,
I'm giving 1. I don't think some of the acting was great.
No, and the writing was bad.
The writing was bad. The story was not good. I don't like the story. It did not make a lot of sense.
I think I like the cinematography. It was really nice.
The
picture was
good. Even the way the camera is to pan out, like it's trying to show you something. Okay, a clue here or a hint here. That's the only good thing about the series. But any other thing, it's bad. Acting, not great. 1 star. If you have seen Master of the House, please tell us what you think in the comments. If you are going to see it, please come back and tell us what you think in the comments. Although we'll spot it for you, or if you like to check it out.
If you like that kind of soapy drama, then definitely you can watch it.